It all started on a Wednesday evening, a few hundred years before a couple of friends had to repaint the universe.
Awful sorry to hear about your son, Helios.
What could I say? Me, Helios, the sun god, driver of the heavenly chariot for ages now, guilty of not saving my own son.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Come on, Dad. You gave me the wish. What did you expect? When the girls see me... Hey, how do I look?
Phaeton, you're mortal like your mother. No mortal can control these horses.
Then I'll just have to become immortal. Yippee!
That looks like Phaeton driving.
It sure ain't Helios.
At least he did find a kind of immortality, living on in the memories of mortal men.
Come on, Helios. Drink and forget.
And what could I do but seek comfort with a few buddies and try to forget? Unfortunately, as a full-time charioteer, I wasn't used to the alcohol, which made me easy pickings for Medusa, one of the 3 Gorgons who ran the joint. After Medusa got herself killed in a bar fight with Perseus, I found out we had a child, a daughter named Concura.
Daddy, the guard said you granted Phaeton a wish. Why don't I get one?
She was a persistent child, but I had learned my lesson all too well.
My wish is to see your boss.
Well, Helios, what brings you here?
I did.
Really? And what's your name, my little cactus?
None of your beeswax.
I see you've been a little negligent with the upbringing, Helios.
I didn't understand it, but he took to Concura from the moment they met. When she was of age, he made her the goddess of the Azi. Concura immediately chose a woman, Penthesilea, as their ruler, and she led the Amaziunu, the women of Azi, in war. Soon nearby tribes trembled in fear when they heard the Amazons are coming. There was the usual ranting about things not being the same anymore.
Things just aren't the same anymore.
And suddenly they swore an oath to turn back the clock and break the tyranny of the Amazon. A pact to return to patriarchy for all time. Even in the condition I was in, I could tell something was going to go wrong. It was my buddies' favorite hangout, but holding their strategy sessions at the 2 Gorgons was to prove their downfall.
If we concentrate our bowmen in the east...
Then Concura will approach from the west.
And our swordsmen will attack her flank from the north.
After all, the 2 remaining Gorgons were Concura's aunts.
One for all, and all for one.
For Concura.
Okay.
I have no doubt that my friends were still celebrating their genius long after Concura had finished her own plans.
Well, Concura, that was a very nice display of tactics.
They had lost, and so did what gods always do. They made excuses.
Next time I'd like to see a little more effort.
She cheated!
Concura, what price will your Amazons exact from these fools?
Nothing. You don't want men rampaging around like naughty children just because they can't have their way. After all, it's your world they would destroy.
I'll consider it. Just what do you have in mind?
To preserve your world, my Amazons will release the men and become their willing servants. Through servitude, we will gain complete control, and the men will be none the wiser.
You're clever, Concura. Clever and dangerous. You You may be just the god I've been looking for.
Throughout the ages, she was the first to understand his needs. In that moment, Kankura too had won.
I will be your humble servant. Okay, boys, that's enough for today. Let's go have a cold one.
A cold one? Just one?
As many as you want, honey. And I'll pick up the tab. After all, we do have something to celebrate.
Celebrate? What are we
Your
celebrating?
patriarchy, bird brain. Like you said, I must have cheated.
Oh, that's right.
Will there be any munchies?
All you can eat, chubby.
It was my buddies' favorite hangout, but holding their strategy sessions at the Two Gorgons was a stroke of genius.
If we concentrate our bowmen in the east,
Then Kokura will approach from the west!
And our swordsmen will attack our flank
They
from
knew
the
the
north.
two remaining Gorgons were Kankura's ants.
One for all, and all for one.
For Kankura.
Okay.
My friends celebrated into the night, while Kankura schemed against plans that would never be put into action. They had won, and did what they always did best, celebrate.
A toast to us!
To us men.
one for all,
And
all for one.
And did you see how...
Yep, and then old Horus really...
They went on
those
celebrating,
rods back where
and
they
never wasted
belong.
another thought on Kankura. But I wondered, what was she up to now?
I allowed them to win. For you. These gods and their peoples are just overgrown children. When they lose, their tantrums destroy. And it's your world they destroy. The men, of course. If my Amazons are to deny themselves palpable conquest, then they will embrace the men instead. In this embrace, control will soon be ours, and the men will never know they've lost.